Doctor Strange is not only a gifted sorcerer and one of the most skillful practitioners of the mystic arts that the Earth has to offer, but he is also an extensive tenure as a highly skilled neurosurgeon. Strange has widely been regarded as one of the best surgeons in his field, all before gaining an education in the mystic arts and the realm of sorcery. And with the Good Doctor set to be on the front lines of the MCU's next multiversal war, his history as a surgeon is beginning to become increasingly overlooked. But is it possible that this history might actually play a key role in the upcoming fate of the multiverse? Well, stick with us, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse, as we delve into the popular theory that Doctor Strange's past life as a surgeon may have a drastic role to play in the multiversal war, and the ramifications that it might have on the fate of some of our favorite MCU heroes. The aspect of the medical profession that we'll be covering today is known as the Hippocratic Oath. The oath that all medical professionals must swear that dictates that they will not willingly take life. Specifically, we'll be covering a popular fan theory that claims that the Hippocratic Oath may in fact be a way of Strange doing what needs to be done, and could get in the way of that. This is a popular fan leak for Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, which does indicate various plot details and how this could play a larger role in the story. Take this with a grain of salt, however it is interesting. Before we get started, however, it's important to note that we'll be covering both sides of this argument, as they pertain to the hypothetical situation posed by fans, and we will leave the final decision up to you as the viewer. We are only here to provide you with a theory as well as both sets of evidence. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. The theory is proposed by Cosmic Circus and claims that Wanda Maximoff will eventually come to the point where her existence threatens the fabric of reality itself, and Doctor Strange will have to make a choice between killing her in order to save reality or let her live and attempting to save her life, thus fulfilling the Hippocratic Oath, yet risking the annihilation of either his timeline or multiple timelines as a result. First, let's look at the side that states that if this situation should ever come to light, that Doctor Strange would uphold his oath as a doctor and let Wanda live. Doctor Strange is an incredibly powerful sorcerer, but despite his immense power, he seems to still have qualms about killing unnecessarily in the first solo movie that we see him in. After a lengthy battle with one of Caecilius' henchmen, the opponent in question inadvertently dies at the end of the conflict. Doctor Strange shows significant emotional distress after having broken the oath, going so far as to claim that he was meant to save lives, not to take them. Strange also seems to be able to go the rest of not only his first solo outing, but his tenure in the MCU with outright killing, seeing as he traps Caecilius in a wall at the end of his solo outing, and it's Iron Man who kills Ebony Maw in Infinity War. The argument could be made that he outright attempted to kill Thanos on Titan, but upon rewatching the battle, it becomes clear that he tries multiple other strategies first. The first thing that he and the group tries to do is subdue Thanos and take the gauntlet away from him, presumably not intentionally trying to kill him in the process. When this fails, and he steps into his one-on-one battle with the Mad Titan, the first thing he tries to do is trap Thanos in the mirror dimension, only resorting to more dangerous means upon the idea of failing his quest. Whether Doctor Strange was trying to kill Thanos or merely stop him is up for debate based on your own interpretation. And while this is one, we will be getting into the other when we cover the counter-argument. The other side of this debate is that Doctor Strange has the will to do what needs to be done, even if that means betraying his oath and killing Wanda, should the time come and she is beyond saving. The evidence for this side is that Doctor Strange has developed to the point of seeing the greater good as a whole, and being willing to make the sacrifices necessary to ensure the survival of his reality. The Ancient One in the first Doctor Strange movie even goes so as far as to say that sometimes one must break the rules in order to serve the greater good. He even claims that he is willing to let Peter and Tony die in order to protect the Time Stone, and only upon learning Tony Stark's role to play in Endgame does he eventually elect to sacrifice the Time Stone to save Tony's life. The aforementioned battle between Doctor Strange and Thanos also takes on a new light under this new context, as if this is the case, then Doctor Strange was likely more than willing to kill Thanos should the battle take that turn. After failing to subdue Thanos and remove the gauntlet, as well as failing to trap him in the mirror dimension, Strange may have elected to try killing Thanos only as a very last resort. Under this interpretation, Strange likely would have the willpower and courage to kill Wanda Maximoff if she becomes a threat that is too great to contain, and the only way to save the multiverse is to kill her. Except now, there is a certain level of sympathy involved that Strange did not have for Tony nor Peter. Strange has looked into 14 million different variations of Infinity War and Endgame, undoubtedly foreseeing Vision's death millions of times in the process, and with it, Wanda's grief. He would then have a direct insight into her mental distress, and if the post-credit scene of WandaVision is to be believed, then Doctor Strange is seemingly on track to building a platonic relationship with Wanda before she takes her dark turn. The post-credit scene of WandaVision seems to show a figure approaching Wanda's cabin, and many have claimed that this is in fact Doctor Strange. It also stands to reason that the Sorcerer Supreme is aware of an event drastic and significant as the Westview Hex, meaning he has likely been keeping tabs on Wanda this whole time. He was actually meant to have an appearance in WandaVision that was cut, providing the creators at least intended for him meeting Wanda face to face within the confines of the series. And with her recent rebirth as the Scarlet Witch, it all seems but inevitable that Doctor Strange would take notice of some way or form to Wanda. If this is the case, then it may not be the Hippocratic Oath that is standing in the way of Strange killing Wanda, but instead basic human morality and decency, especially if Wanda is in a broken and fractured mental state that poses a threat to the multiverse. It should also be noted that according to rumors, Multiverse of Madness will take place approximately 2 years after the events of WandaVision, meaning it's quite possible that Doctor Strange and Wanda have been training together for some time, and Wanda has potentially been delving deep into the Darkhold. After all, there is a clear difference between Wanda being a malevolent threat and Wanda simply being so mentally broken that her mere existence poses a threat. And if the latter is the case, then Doctor Strange might have certain moral quandaries with taking her life. But anyway, my friends, what do you think of this idea in theory? Do you think the multiversal war might come to a point where Doctor Strange has to make this choice? And if so, which position do you think Doctor Strange would ultimately take? Do you think that he would kill Wanda, or do you think that he would let her live? We would love to hear your thoughts on this theory in the comments down below. And what do you think will ultimately occur in Multiverse of Madness? And do you think that it's true that Wanda will actually be the main villain of Doctor Strange 2? As always, my friends, we would love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.